I'm going to be spending some time talking about some of the commonly asked questions we get, some of the things we work on when people come in our office, when we're working with either tenants or landlords, so they understand. Before you sign a lease, there's some very important things you need to understand, what you need to know going into it. So today I think I'm going to take the 3 top questions we kind of get, we've seen, have them right here. First thing you need is, can I actually operate my business here? Okay, so that's a huge one. You can't operate a business in every situation in every area of town. There are certain restrictions, there are certain requirements, and that's where zoning comes into play. I always like to ask people when they first come in, what is it that you really do? And that way I can kind of get an understanding of what they are going to be using the property for and where they can go. We'll start to go from there. You may need to be on that side of town, a certain side, north side, south side, whatever, because it's close to other competitors or further away from competitors. But again, from there we need to find out what zoning works best and what you're going to be looking at when you get into that lease. Because once the lease is signed, it's a done deal. What improvements will be required? And that's going to be a huge one. When you go into a building, there's going to be different scenarios. There's going to be, if you're changing the use, if you're changing the occupancy classification, things like that, it's going to require different things, code requirements, city requirements. Very important to know those up front. If you come into this type of building and it's older, it wasn't required to have sprinkler systems at the time. If I change the occupancy classification, how many people can be in here, I may be required to have sprinkler system throughout. In today's world, 2-story buildings, depending on what you're doing, ADA requires it to be elevator accessible in a lot of cases. Sometimes you can get some variances on that. Just good things to know up front. Who's responsible for these improvements? That's a huge one that comes up in almost every situation. It's going to depend, big depend on that one. It's negotiated up front. Some landlords are willing to participate. Some will offer a TI, which is a tenant improvement allowance. Some just, they don't offer anything, but they may reduce your rent and you take care of it. So it's really something that you have to work on up front, make sure you understand. But that's all things that we can go through on a case-by-case basis, be glad to help you with. Make sure that you know these things in front, you know timeline and the cost of those things, and make sure it fits within your business plan and within your budget. We can go from there.